Well, that's enough nostalgia. On with the actual video. Skyblock Level 7 is a major milestone in early game progression, unlocking the Bazaar, enabling you to buy and sell almost every material in the game from one place. I don't know about you, but I certainly have fond memories of starting out my profile, slowly progressing through the game at my own pace, learning how to play as I went. This was certainly fun and enjoyable for the first time round, but if you're like me and am constantly creating and playing on new profiles with friends or for a video, this process gets very repetitive very fast. So I've made it my mission in this video to master early game Hypixel Skyblock and to be able to reach Skyblock level 7 on a brand new profile in not 2 hours, not 1 hour, but in under 30 minutes. Will I be able to achieve this? Well, you'll just have to watch to find out. The first logical thing for me to do is to make a rough plan on how I'm going to get Skyblock level 7 in the first place, and then refine it as I practice to hopefully end up with a set of steps that will get you Skyblock level 7 on a new profile as fast as possible. Now, being the very intelligent person I am, I thought to get started I should see what other people have done. And that's when I found this video by VX Rapid on them getting Skyblock level 7 in under 40 minutes, which I must say is very impressive. You see, the two most important aspects of this challenge are efficiency and speed. Efficiency being how many things you're doing at once, and speed is how fast you can do them. This guy did a very good job at both of these things, but I think I can do better. I began with writing out step by step their procedure in a Word document. Getting better at speed will come with time practicing, and getting better with efficiency is me changing the way I do things so that I'm doing more things at once. Speed can also be improved with the use of helpful mods like NEU and SkyHandy, which offer various features like inventory buttons and fairy soul waypoints, but I'll get into that stuff later. I began the challenge by doing a couple run-throughs of the original procedure from Rapid's video, and things did not go to plan. I was also trying out some ideas of mine, like whether it would be worth buying a grappling hook for faster travel, or using an efficiency 5 golden axe to break logs instead of the jungle axe. Efficiency 5. I actually never completed the first run and just ended up starting over due to the incredibly slow start I had. My first completed run was my second run, which ended with Skyblock level 7 taking 58 minutes to achieve. There we go. Quite a bit more than my sub 30-minute goal. My third attempt was a lot better, however. I learned from my previous mistakes and didn't waste too much time experimenting. There we go, Skyblock level 7. That run was faster. Let's end off there. To give you a kind of idea on how these runs go, for the 5th and so far my fastest run, I'll do a bit of commentary explaining what I did. So starting out on the profile, I immediately executed the command /hub, waiting for this message in chat to appear before I execute it, because for some reason if I execute the command before that chat message appears, it just doesn't work. Anyways, now that I'm in the hub, I go straight to the bank and start his dialogue. You'll see throughout all the runs, whenever I click on an NPC, I don't just stand there waiting for their dialogue to finish, I just get on with my next task and the dialogue just rolls through in the chat. and eventually opens up the menu or completes a quest or whatever it does. Talking to the banker gives me 5 Skyblock XP right off the bat. Then I go straight to Jamie, who gives me a rogue sword. Using the rogue sword saves so much time every run because of the speed buff. I then farm these potatoes in this potato patch over here and talked to the farm merchant, getting this fairy soul in the house. I then sell the potatoes and buy a rookie hoe. The rookie hoe is going to be my main farming tool, and I'll eventually put enchants on it, but for now I just mine up as much wheat as I can, mining up 2 or 3 fields of wheat. I also remember to claim the resources from the minion in between fields. But there we go, /hub, I sell all of the seeds and the wheat and get 5,500 coins. The next thing I do is go to the librarian and get all of these NPC dialogues out of the way. From the mine merchant I buy 24 gold and 18 coal, which will be used shortly to get the bee pet. I then go back to the librarian and grab 2 stacks of XP bottles and start splashing them on my way to these NPCs near the bazaar. I like just getting a lot of the NPC dialogues out of the way at the start of my runs. It just makes my headspace a lot clearer knowing that I don't have to do those later on. I buy half a stack of sticks and 6 wooden axes from the lumber merchant. These wooden axes will be used later on to craft the wood minions. I then go back to the librarian. After reaching over 15 XP bottles, I craft a golden shovel and put efficiency 2 on it. Efficiency 2 is actually all you need to insta-mine sand, which I'll be doing later to get mining XP. I also need to get efficiency 2 to unlock the harvesting enchant for my rookie hoe, as this gets me to enchanting level 4. After getting harvesting 5 on my rookie hoe, I craft those blocks of gold and coal I mentioned earlier, and I talk to B to buy a bee pet. But I've made a mistake here. I don't actually have enough coins. I go to the hub selector and select a random lobby, and before I mine more wheat to get the bee pet, I decide to get nether wart out of the way. This lobby, even though it's a private lobby, for some reason all the nether wart hasn't fully grown. I still get this fairy soul here though. I'll just have to get the nether wart collection level 3 another time. I kind of fumbled this part, honestly. I don't really know what I was doing there, but the main thing is I'm going over to the wheat fields now and I'm farming all of this wheat. And once I had 5,000 coins, I was able to buy a bee pet, which will become very handy later on for getting taming XP. After that, I went to a new private lobby and farmed netherwort until netherwort collection 3, allowing me to craft the potion affinity talisman. I farm out a couple inventories worth of wheat and seeds and make my way back to the hub, starting the NPC dialogue with the carpenter NPC. I then cut through the flower house and make my way over to the wool weaver, who I talk to. I then make my way back to the carpenter, give him the wool, which unlocks the carpentry skill. This is very important as I'll be getting a lot of carpentry XP throughout this run by super crafting enchanted seeds and enchanted wheat. As you can see there along the sides of my inventory, I have a bunch of inventory buttons. I then do another /hub and farm out another lobby worth of wheat. I stop by and get this fairy soul next to the portal to the farming islands before finishing off the lobby, and on my way to the last wheat field I stop by and talk to the farmer NPC for a free 5 Skyblock XP. I then rinse and repeat and do another almost entire lobby worth of farming wheat. I then make my way over to the auction house and search jungle axe and buy one for 19k. After buying the jungle axe off of the auction house, I went back to the librarian and put efficiency 5 on it. And just before I went over to the oak logs to start getting foraging XP, I stopped by at the lumber merchant and bought these 4 different axes for the museum later on. Making my way over to the forest, I start the NPC dialogue with the lumberjack. From memory, I think this gives you 5 Skyblock XP from completing the dialogue, so it's just free Skyblock XP, why not do it? I also make my way over to this fairy soul here, getting that. Nav was pretty good there. I stuffed that up quite a few times. For all the log types, I aim for collection level 3. So that's what I do here with oak. After I get collection level 3 and finish the dialogue with the lumberjack, I make my way over to the portal to the park island, and I get this fairy soul next to the portal. Over at the park, I start off at the birch area, getting to birch collection level 3, and do the same with spruce, dark oak, acacia, and jungle. Back in the birch section, I get this fairy soul here, On the jungle island, I get this fairy soul right here, and after getting jungle collection level 3, I slash warp hub and craft tier 2s of all the different types of log minions. Chucking these in my ender chest, I slash warp hub again, going to the farm merchant and selling all the excess resources I don't need, and putting 50,000 coins into the bank, because the next part of the run is mining, and the deep caverns is scary and I've died there multiple times. I make my way over to the portal to the barn. I probably should have just used a portal from like Yardi or Portal Hub's island, which I used to my advantage in runs after this. Here in the barn, if you can, get potato and carrot collection level 4. This unlocks the enchanted potato and enchanted carrot recipes, which when crafted gives carpentry XP. It is extremely competitive however, due to how little barn lobbies there are, and most runs I only get one out of the 2 collections actually to level 4 and the other one to just level 2 or 3 because it's all been mined up by previous players. Here in the Mushroom Desert, you're doing 2 main things, mining sand and mining cacti. I mine cacti until cactus collection level 2, unlocking the cactus armor, which is an easy armor for the museum, and I mine sand until sand collection level 5, unlocking the enchanted sand crafting recipe, giving me a bunch of carpentry XP and mining XP along the way. Once I hit sand collection level 5, I immediately craft all the enchanted sand and warp to the hub twice, going to the farm merchant and selling all of my resources. Now it's time for the actual mining part, so I go to the mine merchant and buy a golden pick after talking to the blacksmith. It's important that you talk to the blacksmith. You're not actually going to reforge anything there, but he has a quest where you have to mine 10 coal and he gives you 5 Skyblock XP. Pretty easy, free Skyblock XP. And I get this fairy soul right here as well. After getting 10 coal, I make my way straight to the gold mines. This part is very important because it unlocks the pickaxe I'll be using for the deep caverns as well. And I'm also able to get a very easy fairy soul right there. Talking to the lazy miner, he'll send you on a quest to find his lazy miner pickaxe, which as you probably already know by now is just down here in this cave. After that, it's pretty simple. I'm just mining coal, iron and gold until all of those collections are level 1. I like to visit Yardi's island because I like his videos and he's way less crowded than Portal Hub. Now that I'm in the deep caverns, I talk to the lift operator and make my way to the 2nd level, the Lapis Quarry. I mine Lapis until Lapis collection level 1 and then make my way down to the redstone mines, getting this fairy soul right here. I skip all the redstone in the actual pigman's den and only mine it in the tunnel connecting the pigman's den to Slime Hill. This is because there's no mobs that spawn in here and it's generally very safe. Instead of getting redstone collection level 1, you're actually going to get collection level 2, which unlocks the small accessory bag. I then pass through the Slime Hill, not mining a single emerald because that's a waste of time. I then make my way through the diamond reserve, getting this fairy soul in the tunnel, connecting it to the obsidian sanctuary. Now that I'm in the obsidian sanctuary, I'm just going to mine the blocks of diamonds. I prefer mining the diamond blocks because they give a lot more diamonds than the regular diamond ores. You can immediately slash warp hub and sell all of your resources to the farm merchant. The last skill related step is combat, so I make my way over to the weaponsmith, getting this fairy soul in the well here that I've missed countless times previously, and I go to the weaponsmith buying all of these unique weapons, which I'll add to the museum later. The only one out of these weapons I'm actually going to use for combat, however, is the undead sword, due to its ability that deals more damage to undead mobs, which I'll be killing the zombies in the graveyard. I go to the librarian buying some more experience bottles and get smite 4 on my undead sword. You only need smite 4 to be able to one tap the zombies. I get this fairy soul right here next to the auction house and also this one over here. Make your way over to Maddox, starting a tier 1 Revenant Slayer. Now all I have to do is kill 3 tier 1 Revenant bosses, and as you can see when I'm killing the zombies, I kind of hesitate for a bit to pick up the Rotten Flesh drop because I'm also going to be getting Rotten Flesh collection level 1. I get this fairy soul here and keep killing zombies until the boss spawns. Just before the boss spawns, however, I realized that I haven't done my accessory bag yet, so I warp hub, go over to the adventurer and buy all of her accessories. I open up my Skyblock menu, go to my accessory bag and put in all the accessories I just bought plus the ones I crafted earlier. Definitely don't forget this step because this gave me a lot of Skyblock XP. After killing 3 tier 1 revenant bosses, I'm now Zombie Slayer level 2, so I go back to Maddox and claim the rewards. By now I'm only 62 XP off of my goal, which is Skyblock level 7, so the last things I need to do is the museum and Pharaoh Souls. I make one last stop back at the weaponsmith to get the artisanal shortbow, which previously had required me to be combat level 4. I also go to Rosita and buy her armor set, which I'll be able to donate to the museum for some Skyblock XP. The last thing I do is withdraw all of my coins, go to the auction house and buy some really cheap dungeon weapons like the Soul Stealer bow, machine gun bow, dreadlord sword and zombie soldier cutlass, which I can give to the museum for some Skyblock XP. I waste quite a bit of time trying to find something else I can buy, but end up just not spending the 30k in my purse and instead start making my way over to the museum. I start the NPC dialogue with Madame Goldsworth, and this dialogue is so long. So I go back to the hub and make my way over to the builder, buying a stack of oak leaves. These oak leaves I'm able to craft into leaflet armor, and I also craft the cactus I've been saving up all this time into cactus armor. By the time I get back to Madame Goldsworth, she's finished her dialogue and I'm able to donate all of the items and armor in my inventory and the armor I'm wearing to the museum. Now I'm only 28 XP off of my goal of Skyblock level 7. I slash hub and make my way over to the ferry. I quickly stop into this guy's house and I steal his fairy soul. I then also go past his tree which has a fairy soul in it, and I go ahead and quickly grab that. Previously I've gotten that one under the bridge there, but I end up just getting stuck in the water and wasting a lot of time, so I don't do that anymore. I navigate this really well. Click on tier the ferry, get this fairy soul right here, and claim all of the fairy souls, getting Skyblock level 7. We need 2 more. Oh, no, never mind. We got there. And there you go. And that was my 5th run. With an ending time of 43 minutes, I was certainly getting close to my goal of sub 30 minutes. And all I had to do was keep trying and refining the method. But that's when the Hypixel Skyblock devs threw a spanner in the works. This was a hugely anticipated and exciting update, and when it came out, I stopped what I was doing and played a lot of it. Foraging made up a decent amount of my runtime, and I was unsure whether the update is going to add or detract from runtimes. Only one way to find out. Click to make a new profile. Helpers, Fairy Soul Helper. Yes. Alrighty, Skyblock level 1. So, oh, it's the spruce axe. Okay, that's so cheap. Oh wait, that's so good. Tree Capitator is very cheap, 70k. So do I go for this? I think I do go for this. So I just need to farm a little bit longer. Maybe I could switch it around. You know what? I'm gonna switch it around. I'm gonna do mining first. Yeah, there's plenty of carrots up here. Plenty of carrots for me. There's just so many cacti here. There we go. Bin. I think this is faster. Yeah, this is definitely faster, and I'm getting all the logs. Hey, there's oak log 3 already. No, I probably should wear those. Did I? Oh, I already hit it. What am I doing? Talk to Charlie again. Okay. Alright. Yeah, okay. Oh, we get that. I think this will be a buff to our times, because I think I'll be able to cut out something else, because this will give more XP. Because I'm getting like tier 4 on each collection instead of... Yeah, see, I already got it. Oh my days, I just got that so fast. Well, I don't want to do that. Is it gonna do the whole thing again? Of course it is. Tier 5. Okay. This guy's crashing out, bro. Collection level 5. I'll see, I might not even do that, the rest of that quest. You know what, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna go /hub. I can do tier 3. Alright, well that's even more Skyblock XP. I'm a collection tier 4. Is that enough? I could probably try to get tier 5 while this guy is yapping. So let me just get tier 5 now. Yeah, there we go. Like, I am already halfway to Skyblock level 6. You know, we might not even need to do combat. I just realized that. Let's go do actual mining now. I know for a fact I'm not going to need any fairy souls, so I'm not even going to bother with those. Okay, game. Okay. Early game mining is so slow, unlike foraging. Coal collection level. All I need is iron. There we go. And gold. To the deep caverns I go. Actually, let me chuck this money in the bank first, because if you remember what happened last time, I don't want a repeat of that. Thank you very much. Got this guy. Now that we have our accessory bag unlocked, bang, 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 bang. Chuck those all in there. Let's go. Skyblock level 6. All we need to do now is combat. Honestly, I wonder if it would be quicker to get more fairy souls and then just do museum and fairy souls to finish it off. Right now we're Skyblock level 6. We don't have to wander around trying to pick up the rotten flesh drops. Yeah, I'm 50 XP off. I think I'm wasting my time right now. I think I can just claim I can probably get it through the museum, but I think I will just go like Rev Slayer tier 2 like I usually do. This run's gonna be my slowest run, but I'm gonna see by the end how much XP I get, and then I'll work out what things I'm gonna cut out of my to-do list. I wonder if it would be worth putting looting on this sword to get maybe one more rotten flesh collection. Oh, I already got it. I think that just answered my question. The answer is no. It's probably not worth it. Bang. Oh my days, look at that. Skyblock level 7 without even doing the museum or fairy souls. I ended up with a time of 48 minutes and 15 seconds, which isn't my fastest run, but taking into account that this was my first time doing it in the latest version, and I had to set up all the mods as well beforehand. Some of the mods I had forgotten to set up, /visit Yardi, and some other inventory buttons and fairy soul waypoints, which detracted to my overall time. Something else to note is that after getting Skyblock level 7, I decided to go and donate everything to the museum like I would usually do and redeem the fairy souls, which ended up with me getting 57 XP past level 7, which is absolutely amazing. So we have 57 XP overflow, which is kind of crazy. I basically concluded that I don't need to do any fairy souls or any museum anymore in these runs, and just grinding all those skills is enough to get Skyblock level 7. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that result, and I think I'll only be seeing improvement from here on. So all I need to do now is just keep on practicing. What? They're so expensive now. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So I ran into a bit of a dilemma here and in future runs as well, where tree capitators were manipulated to way over their craft cost, meaning I couldn't afford one during the run. To combat this, I went onto my main profile and listed tree capitators for around 70,000 coins, which is still a bit more than the actual craft cost, but a much more reasonable and affordable price. And when another player undercut me— oh, someone's undercut me. I hopped onto my level 7 profile and bought it. There it is. Alright, there we go. Skyblock level 7. That was a much better run, I think. Now that I had done 3 runs post foraging update, my time had dropped significantly from the run I commentated earlier being 43 minutes down to 38 minutes. I feel like my efficiency was quite good, so I decided to just keep on practicing and practicing, getting better at speed and my navigation. By the way, I put a lot of effort and time into these videos, and I would really appreciate if you subscribe, as only 0.7% of you guys are actually subscribed. I was getting to the point where this video has already taken over a month to make, and I was pretty happy with my sub 40 time. I was wondering whether I should do a couple more runs, and decided to just do one more to see how I go. And I'm very glad I did, because I smashed my personal best by an entire minute, getting an almost sub 37-minute run. I'm very happy with this time, and this whole journey has been so fun, learning how to speedrun to Skyblock level 7, and I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you like my videos, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.